We all hear and talk about sledging in cricket, fights between players, and sometimes players protesting or showing their dislike about the decisions of an umpire. But imagine a scenario when players of the gentleman's game decided to take revenge on an umpire by kidnapping and torturing him. This is what exactly happened in 1956 when the visiting English players kidnapped the Pakistani umpire Idrees Baig. Watch the story as narrated by Mariam Solomon.
It's a story about an evening back in 1956 when MCC cricket team was playing an exhibition cricket match with the team Pakistan on Peshawar Club Ground. At the end of the third day of the test match, Pakistan was playing at 130 runs for the loss of 2 wickets with a target of 148 runs. The next morning, Pakistan only needed 18 runs to win that test match, but no one could have imagined what happened the night before. Peshawar Cricket Association organized a dinner for both teams at the end of the third day's play. The dinner was organized at the Danes Hotel where the English team was staying. The English cricketers were ready to go to the dinner and they gathered in the room of their vice-captain Billy Sutcliffe's room. They finalized a bizarre plan there while drinking together. They planned to bring Pakistan's umpire Idress Baig to the same room and bath him with cold water. The players were confident that they could easily bring Idress Baig back to their room and then bath him with the water. England cricketer Brian Close was leading this plan. He mentioned that the 2 large pots were filled with water and the preparations were made, and the mastermind behind this whole plan was Donald Carr, who was the captain of the MCC team. The background of the story is also worth mentioning because the question arises why English players chose Idress Baig for this specific plan. Well, the visiting team was clearly very upset with the certain decisions made by Idress Baig during the matches. The English players believed that those decisions were biased. Journalist Brian Chapman, who came to Pakistan with the MCC team, wrote in the Daily Mirror that even in the Peshawar match, English players had strong cases for LBW, but it had no effect on Idress Baig. During the same tour, they played a match in Dhaka before coming to Peshawar. The English players were engaged in their traditional mischief of throwing water on each other, and they once saw Idress Baig passing by and said that one day they will bath him the same way. It clearly means that the English players had their eyes on Baig and they were ready to teach him a lesson. After dinner, the English players asked Idress Baig to accompany them, but he excused himself and said that he would prefer to go back to his hotel. Idress Baig was staying with the Pakistani team at the nearby Services Hotel. After Idress Baig's refusal, a group of English players reached the Services Hotel and forcibly grabbed him and brought him to the Danes Hotel. In Peter Zobben's book, Wounded Tiger, it is written that Idress Baig tried to escape from the grip of the English players but could not succeed. Idress Baig was taken to Billy Sutcliffe's room and placed on a chair with pots filled with water on a part of the ceiling. About half of the MCC team was in the room watching the spectacle. Some players had also reached Danes Hotel in search of him. On the other hand, Idress Baig contacted the Secretary of Pakistan Cricket Board, Group Captain Chima and Captain Abdul Hafiz Kardar after leaving the clutches of the English cricketers and explained the whole situation.
If you like this video, please share and subscribe, as we are going to publish more interesting stories on and off the field from cricket history.